All right. At the jail, I have a housekeeping issue for you guys this afternoon. We did the first appearance last week on a James McKee. He had a warrant signed by Judge Eineman, a couple of new charges. He also had a PC arrest for a violation of probation in case number, well, James is there. Hi, James.
How you doing?
18 CF 1278. He should not have been arrested for a VOP. The allegation in the warrant that we had go back to January. He took a plea on that. He took that community control plea in March. So I guess what I'm going to do is in 18 CF 1278, we're going to release him on his own recognizance. There'll probably need to be paperwork to clear that up, but I'm going to put him R1 on that. So Jim, that means you can post a bond on the warrant cases that we had last week, whatever those were, but you're not on the VOP, okay?
All right.
All right. And then any more questions you have, you should talk to whoever your lawyer is going to be, okay?
All right, Your Honor.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, Rich. Okay. All right, good afternoon, folks. My name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. Purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause simply means it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you're the person who committed the crime. Of course, as you stand before me today, I presume that you're innocent to these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings, unless and until the state attorney's office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll let you know when your next court day will be, and if you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you. We'll also set your conditions of pretrial release, that is your bail or your bond. In those cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit, or the warrant which led to your arrest. We'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. You do have an absolute right to remain to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you haven't had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. And now to each and every one of you there at the jail, please raise your right hands and be sworn. Y'all solemnly swear affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Outstanding. When you hear your name called, please step forward to the podium. Are you here for first appearance?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Sean Hewitt. Mr. Hewitt, what's your date of birth?
11486.
Mr. Hewitt, I've got 5 charges today. I've got trafficking in drugs. It looks like it was methamphetamine, possession of controlled substance, possession of hash, possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those charges. As for those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. State, what can you tell me?
Adjudication of guilt in 2016 for paraphernalia. In 2016, possession of cannabis. Adjudication withheld out of Sumter County. A petty theft, second degree, first offense. Adjudication 2010. As well as a criminal mischief. Adjudication in 2008. A state prison sentence for felony criminal mischief in Hernando County in 2007, as well as a burglary charge with that. Adjudication in 2004 for paraphernalia and marijuana possession.
Your Honor, he is currently on probation for Devillis, so we will be sending out a warrant.
All right. And Sean, I have an address for you on Springhaven Loop in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
I've currently moved. I'm not sure the address.
Okay. Are you living with somebody?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a relative or?
I'm renting a room.
Okay.
Yeah, homeowner.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Staying with me?
Okay. On the trafficking case, I'll set the bond at $15,000. On the other cases pursuant to the schedule, which is 2,000 controlled substance, 2,000 hash, 1,000 on the marijuana and paraphernalia, that's going to be a total of 21,000. This case, Sean, is coming back on the 24th of May. Now, you're currently on misdemeanor probation, and Ms. Newby tells me that because of this new charge, they're going to sign out an affidavit for a violation of that probation. When that warrant gets signed, it'll have a bond or no bond. If you stay in jail until that warrant gets served on you, you get credit for all those days. You certainly can bond out today if you wish, but then down the road they're going to arrest you again on that VOP. But that decision is entirely up to you. If you do bond out, you should contact the public defender's office right away. If you can't bond out, they're going to come see you at the jail before you go to court, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ryan Leftwich? Afternoon, Ryan. What's your date of birth?
02/21/89.
Ryan, the two charges today, possession of hash and resisting without violence is probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself, you're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
I do not know at this time. I need time to obtain legal counsel on that, sir.
Very good. State, what can you tell me?
I'm showing an out-of-state, looks like South Dakota, 2016 adjudication for possession of a loaded firearm while intoxicated, as well as a DUI in 2017 adjudication of guilt, and a 2019 no disposition of a disorderly conduct out of state as well, and no Florida history here.
Okay. Ryan, I have an address for you on Eastern Circle Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir. That's I live with my mom there.
Okay.
I'm trying to find school.
Okay. How long have you been there?
I've been there for approximately since the beginning of last month or so.
Right.
Took a grad out here. And
Do you have a job?
I'm 100% VA disabled, pursuing GI Bill.
Okay. Set your bond at 1,000 on each count. That's a total of 2,000. You'll be back in court on the 24th of May. If you have a chat with a lawyer, make sure you tell them about that date, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. 24th. Joseph Maisie. Afternoon, Joseph. What's your date of birth?
May 1989.
Joseph, the first thing I have for you is a warrant signed by Judge Toner. Apparently, you failed to appear in his court on charge of possession of controlled substance, possession of paraphernalia. As to those charges, you're representing yourself. You have private counsel. You have the public defender.
I'm public defender, and I tried to obtain private counsel, and that's when I tried to postpone for emergency for my court appearance.
Okay.
With Toner.
Okay.
But public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender. Judge Toner, set your bonds at 5,000 and 2,000. What's the Judge Toner date?
The 24th is
His date. Okay. At 8:30.
yes, sir.
I'll have you back to see Judge Toner on the 24th of May. If you get out on that one, you should contact the public defender right away. The other issue I have for you is a warrant signed by Judge Heinemann. He found probable cause for a petty theft. You want the public defender on that as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll appoint the public defender on that case as well. The bond on that one is $500. That one's coming back on the 17th of May, so the misdemeanor on the 17th, the felony on the 24th, and if you get out, make sure you get a hold of the PD right away, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, the defendant the petty theft was after the pending felony cases, so the state would ask for his bond to be revoked.
See, here's the problem with that. I don't know how you guys come down on it, but his bond got revoked when he failed to appear. So I don't know. So if Judge Toner wants to sort that out, he can. He looks like he's got pending warrants that are unserved too. So, Jonathan Mitchell. Afternoon, Jonathan. What's your date of birth?
1/16/1979.
Jonathan, you're here on a warrant signed by Judge Rupi. She found probable cause for a violation of probation. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
I get public defender. I didn't know nothing about the warrant. I work out of town for a living, so I didn't know nothing about the warrant.
Okay. We're going to do now. I'll appoint the public defender. The bond on that warrant is no bond. You'll be back in court on the 17th of May. The public defender will come see you before then and give you all the information you need, all right?
All right.
Thank you. Gregory Royer. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
10/9/64.
Mr. Royer, you're here on a warrant out of the state of Indiana. Your options this morning are this. If you wish, you're entitled to an extradition hearing. The point of an extradition hearing would be to determine if you're the right person and if the state of Indiana has a valid warrant for you. If we were to determine that, then from that point forward, Indiana would have 15 days to come and get you. The process of arranging and having that hearing, however, can take in the neighborhood of 60 days, and while you're waiting for your hearing, you would stay right there in the Hernando County Jail until we can make that happen. If you wish, you can waive your right to that hearing this afternoon. If you waive your right to that hearing today, Indiana will be notified immediately and told that they have 15 days to come and get you. If you're still here in 15 days, then they'll bring you back to see me, and I'll find out if Indiana's coming or if they've decided they don't want you or whatever. So the answer I need from you today, Greg, is do you want to have an extradition hearing, or would you like to put the state of Indiana on the clock right now and waive your right to that hearing?
Sounds like the smart thing to do to put them on the clock.
There you go. We're going to give you a form to sign.
Do I need a public defender then?
No, because what's going to happen now is they're going to notify Indiana right now. Like I said, they got 15 days to come and get you. When you get to Indiana, you'll have an opportunity to get a public defender because that's where you need it. All right, thank you. Jerome Spahn. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
1983.
Jerome, you're here on a charge of driving on a suspended license. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD, state.
A showing adjudication for 3 petty thefts in April of 2019, where a jail sentence was imposed. A CF Willis and DUI adjudication in 2017, a petty theft in 2017 adjudication, trespass adjudication in 17 and 16, criminal mischief adjudication in 2015, trespass adjudication in 15, another trespass adjudication in 15, battery in 06, DUI in 05, resist without in 02, and a disorderly conduct withheld in 02.
Jerome, I have an address for you on Washington Street in Port Richey. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you been there?
About 3 years.
You have a job these days?
Yeah, off and on.
Okay.
Do like yard work and house cleaning and stuff.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. I'm going to have you back in court on the 24th of May. If you get out, make sure you contact the public defender right away, okay?
All right, so the 24th of May.
24th of May. Derek Stocker. Afternoon, Derek. Date of birth?
9790.
Derek, you're here on a charge of driving on a suspended license. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD, state.
Showing a probation violation reference in November of 2018 out of Pasco County. A adjudication for an actual constructive possession in 2018. Multiple charges of that out of Pasco County, as well as a grand theft adjudication.
I believe so.
And a battery adjudication in 2016. This was a second or subsequent where a jail sentence was imposed on Hernando County. A battery in 2014, adjudication of guilt. Actual constructive in 2012, adjudication of guilt, as well as a petty theft, and that was also on Hernando County, Your Honor.
All right, Derek, I got an address for you on Burles Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
9 years?
You have a job these days?
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm a server at Cali Case.
All right, I'll set your bond at $2,000. We'll have you back in court on the 24th of May. Very important that you contact the public defender when you get out, right?
Thank you.
Thank you. George Santiago. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
5371.
George, you have 3 charges today. I've got driving under the influence, driving on a suspended license, and refusal to submit. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you're going to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'll appoint the PD, State.
I'm showing a breaking and entering illegal entry without owner's permission and home invasion, adjudication of guilt on a state out of and another charge of DUI 2016, adjudication of guilt, that's out of state as well, out of Illinois. And Florida history and adjudication of guilt for a driving license suspended in 2018, as well as a DUI second offense adjudication in 2018. No other history in Florida, Your Honor.
George, I have an address for you on Oak Springs Drive in DeBary, Florida. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
9 years.
You have a job these days?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
Sell cars.
Say it again?
Sell cars.
Oh, okay. On the felony DUI, I'll leave the bond at the $5,000. On the driving on the suspended at $5,000. And on the refusal at $1,000, that's a total of $11,000. I'll have you back in court on the 28th of May. Very important that you contact the public defender if you get out, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Benjamin Lehman? Morning, Benjamin. What's your date of birth?
10/23/98.
All right, Benjamin. So it looks like you had first appearance probably on the weekend on a charge of assault or battery on a pregnant person. They've now also charged felony domestic battery by strangulation and child abuse. There's probable cause for those charges. It looks like when you had first appearance over the weekend that you asked for the public defender. I assume you'd like the public defender on the 2 new charges.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then, State, do you have this with you? Do you have his history or not?
Yes, Your Honor. I had just a PTI for paraphernalia, marijuana possession, and possession of controlled substance without scripts, and that was in March in Pasco.
Okay.
Other than that, no other history.
Okay. And Benjamin, I have an address for you on Terrytown Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
About a month and a half.
You have a job these days?
I do some mobile detailing with my roommate.
Okay. All right. And then at the jail, the PC affidavit that I have today also has the battery on a pregnant person on it. On this affidavit, I'm RORing him, but Judge Scaglione's bond from the weekend is the one that covers that charge, just so we're crystal clear. It's just the 1 count. So as to count 1 on this, it's ROR. As to count 2, I'm going to set the bond at $5,000, and as to count 3 at $2,000. So what I've done, Benjamin, is added another $7,000, so your total's $22,000. Judge Scaglione, I suspect, told you not to have any contact with the alleged victim in this case, Alexis Staton. Do you need me to go over what no contact means with you, or do you think you understand what it means?
I understand.
Very good. So this case is coming back on the 24th, just with your same other 2 charges. If you get out, you should contact the public defender. If you can't get out, they're going to come see you at the jail, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And that's all I got. Jill, you got anything else?
That's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you.